It's week 2 of the NFL, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Broncos and the Jaguars, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL.
Only one team will keep the winning ways going to start the season as we're off in week 2. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league as a grown-up. 61 college starts will do that for you. A ton of college experience. And Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL.
Second down now, 7 to go. To throw, here's Nix. Flush down out to his left. He's going to keep it this time. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. Jaguars with an extra defensive back out there, third down. It's Nix out of the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. His work begins at the 31. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. So here comes the Jaguar offense now. Their turn to set out on an opening drive. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
All J.J. has ever done in his career, no matter where he's been, is win. And there's something to that. I know at times it's hard to measure how much of it was him, how much of it the people around him. Most importantly, just ask his teammates over the years. They love playing with him. That is a characteristic that's important, and I don't think talked about enough, Kate. Do your guys in the huddle want to play for you? Do they believe in you? Everywhere J.J. has been, he's lit up that huddle, and success has followed.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They run again with Wright. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. First and 10. Here's McCarthy. Neighbors with a catch. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. Second down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Broncos 23-yard line.
From the 23. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. From the red zone now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Right, running out of the gun. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Broncos bringing out an extra DB. Third down coming up. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Lad McConkey with a touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. Johnson with a return here. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They'll run here on 1st down. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Play action with Nix. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 28. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut big, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Eric Armstead there on the stop. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Nix from the gun. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? If we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
2nd drive of the game upcoming for this Jaguar offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. And down he goes. The Broncos got there. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Sideline throw reeled in by Neighbors. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
Looking right, and he finds him. It's a pickup of 26. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. Has a hole left, room to run. And the Broncos take over as he records his 10th career INT. And as they celebrate the turnover, we're going to shift our focus to one of his teammates who appears to be injured following that play. Team staff heading out to look at him now. Nix with it on first. Got it, man. It's Marvin Mims. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Completed over the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing here, Nix. This one's caught. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. They'll try and punch it in. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. Give him 7 on the play, and now they have 2nd and goal. He gets it headed right. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Seibert's able to connect on that extra point. And the Broncos tie this game 7-7. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. This return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Running behind center with Wright. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Brandon Jones up for the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And the Broncos are in the nickel for this 3rd down. Into the hands of Neighbors. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Back-to-back carries here. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making a stop. On 3rd down, here's Nix. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be Jaguars football. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10. McCarthy to throw it. Brought in right side. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They run it from the gun with Wright. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 13.
They send the tight end in motion left. 2nd down, looking for options. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. McCarthy throwing here. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. McCarthy looking to throw. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
He's on the move. And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a 2nd quarter lead. J.J. McCarthy the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
On now is Cook to kick this away. He's going to field this at the 2. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Denver set to take the field on offense. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. They'll have him gain up about a handful there. It's DeAndre Prince up to make that play. Back to the well again. And he's brought down for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. In motion right is Mims. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Trying the right side. Nice cut, headed to the sideline. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Hauled in left side. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. the 17. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Seibert tacks on the point after. And the Broncos tie things up at 14. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Starting from the 5. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. It's caught. This is Jalen Wright. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. All set up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Into traffic, complete. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Brandon Jones up for the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Here's a give inside to Wright. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and
They put a receiver in motion here left. McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Finding Thomas near the sideline. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. Neighbors with the catch. And he goes out a little short of the 40. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Tight end going in motion here. Here's 2nd and 5. Able to find Wright.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On play action now, McCarthy. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This throw is caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back still doing it to this day.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. From the shotgun, McCarthy escapes the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars get some late points and the lead. J.J. McCarthy, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Cook to kick this away. Johnson now on the return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The The Broncos and Quentin Johnson returning to the field. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Throwing on first down, Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He's got a man left. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. Escapes out to the... Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. Hunter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. Starts his return from the 23. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Jaguars. They're out and set. First and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Gets this to McConkey. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brandon Jones up for the stop. 2nd and 6 now. Quick slant caught by Neighbors. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll come up 1st and 10. Now it's McCarthy. Has the connection to right. Takes out a one-stop. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. First down, ball at the 36. Back to the air, McCarthy. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Dumps it off to his running back. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap to Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Looking to throw. Throwing for the end zone. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos cut it to just a point before halftime. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. And his kick is good. And what a first half that was as we officially go in the locker rooms now, all tied up. We've hit halftime, all tied up, thanks to that late touchdown. Now, and with a push of a button, we say so long to the halftime report and jump right back to the start of the third quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now a run with right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Broncos bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete. Jacksonville in punt formation. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. He fields it cleanly. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. From the 44 here on second down. Hits his running back. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Nix from the gun. He puts some power on a deep one left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Complete to Mims. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They'll bring out the punter here. And this one gets out of bounds. It was pushing some distance towards the goal line, but gets out at the 5. The Jaguars are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from near his own goal line. Into the hands of Neighbors. And he's going to step out a little short of the 10. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's a give for Wright. And he's brought down after a quality gain up to the 13. 3rd and just 2 to go. Right again. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They bring a tight end in motion right. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. So it'll be 2nd down. This is Wright. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now Wright. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pulled in by Tommy Trumbull. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Jonah Ellis there to make the stop.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
From the 37. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
On play action now, McCarthy. He's got time, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Now, before the punt, not sure what the issue was, but we have a timeout from the kicking team. On is the punt team, and away goes the punt. And it can't hurt you with a return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. The Broncos offense all set to go. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll get it up to the 27. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They give it to him again. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. From the 29. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Broncos.
They'll run here on 1st down. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented...
And the Jaguars are there. He's hauled down. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Here we go, 2nd and very long. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Wright running out of the gun. And he's right with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Cook to kick this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So here comes the Bronco offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Mims with the grab. And that's good for a gain of 5. Something he does so well, Nick Bolton. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Looking right, and he finds him. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. It's DeAndre Prince up to make that play. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Punt team on the field. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Jaguars send a running back, Jalen Wright, getting set to begin another drive. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Drew Sanders that time on the stop.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They run again with Wright. The defenders are there to get him at the line. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Throwing now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Jaguars into punt formation. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He has it at the 33. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Broncos get set to take over. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Here's Nix to throw. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Option design here. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Play action with Nix. Nice catch along the sideline. Awesome body control to stay in bounds there. Ooh, but we've got a flag on the play.
Downfield. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So we're through 3 here. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Completed here to Johnston. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Nix. This throw is caught. It's a Denver touchdown. So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And look at this return. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Shotgun handoff for Allen. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Running behind center with Wright. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
He has the first over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Putting the tight end in motion. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's brought down after a short gain. McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Trumbull with the ground. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Back to the air, McCarthy. Finds McConkey. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right.
15-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. He's got it! Touchdown, Jacksonville! On his little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Cook to kick this away. Johnson with a return here. He stopped on the return at the 27. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another carry for him. And he's brought away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. They'll send out the punting unit. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. McCarthy operating from the pistol. Connects on the crosser. And this one does not go far. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, McCarthy gets this to McConkey. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. Here's a give inside to Wright. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 38. Got a man, it's Thomas. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now a run with Wright. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. So now we get a stoppage. Looks like a timeout called by the defense. On play action now, McCarthy. Completed to his running back.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
He'll throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Cam Little now in a high-pressure spot. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. The kick by Shudak is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Offense in the hurry up here. Able to get it to Franklin. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He's on the move. Now here he goes. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop. Offense up to the line fast. Rolling left, buying some time. Took off with it again. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. They kick the running back in motion. Oh, he lost the football! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big... So we have a pause here inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look. All right, so the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Trying again, following the sack. Hits his running back.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, running back in the flat.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4. And it falls incomplete. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. They run it from the gun with Wright. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Right again. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout. Here's a give for Wright. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. They're out now, ready to punt it. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. The Broncos and Troy Franklin headed back to the field on offense. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. This finds Franklin. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Trying to push it deep downfield. Big gain downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That throw finds Johnston. And they bring him down around the 34. They'll throw again. Nix finds him over the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Here he is to throw. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. So the Jaguars come away with a win in this one. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year